What's up, people? It's your man, Everett Level, coming from your mama's basement. I'm actually at the gym working out. At the workout, try to get a workout in before the get ready for work later on today. Well, not later on today, but tomorrow. Anyway, I want to talk about the game real quick. I said on Twitter that first and foremost, I gave Luke Walton the benefit of the doubt the last two games, but this game, this loss was on Luke Walton. Once again, that's what I'm saying. He teases us, man. He constantly teases us, and he got to stop doing that. I know he's a rookie coach, but I'm not going to keep saying he's a rookie coach. This is his second year as a coach, but he constantly make the same errors over and over again, and that's with the quick switching and the bad rotation. Now, Lakers and them was going back and forth. They really didn't have no answer for Porzingis. Porzingis was just doing his thing. I mean, be honest with you, he was doing his daggone thing. I think they should have been a little bit more physical with him. You know, like I said before, when you can't beat a player, if you go back to like the 80s and 90s, a lot of players, what they would do, especially defensive specialists, what they would do is they would try to get into the player's head to try to take them out the game by getting them frustrated, stuff like that. And I think the Lakers should have just got one person to like just be physical with them. You know, somebody to come off the bench, just constantly get them frustrated. Luke Walton should have learned that from Phil Jackson, you know, doing this stink with the Lakers. But I guess he didn't take none of, I don't know, I can say he didn't take none of that, but he should have learned some of that from Phil. Now, the thing about it, Lonzo Ball was hot, third quarter. And I know I think he was kind of limping, so I don't know if it was the calf strain again, but they brought him back in. I think when Luke brought him back in, what they should have did is shut Brandon Ingram down. They should have shut Ingram down based on the fact Ingram wasn't giving us nothing on either end. He wasn't doing too much of nothing. And like I said before, when you got a hot hand, you got to keep the hot hands in. And I would have put Brandon Ingram on the bench. I'd actually have, I actually would have put Lonzo Ball at the 3, because if he got a bad calf, you know, whatever it is that he's limping about, and they decided to bring him back in, I wouldn't have kept him in the point, because as you've seen him when he came back in, the other rookie guard for New York, what's his name, Frank or something, Takalaka, well, I don't know what his name is. Anyway, he basically went off on him. You know, he was breaking him down, getting easy shots. You know, easy turns to the basket, because Lonzo Ball once again couldn't keep up with him because of, you know, him limping. So I hope it ain't the calf, but that was the thing. So I would have put Lonzo at the 3. You know, and like I said, I would have set Brandon Ingram down. Brandon Ingram didn't give us nothing. Every time he went to the rim, it's like my man Lake Show said. You know, they actually did. You know, the scouting report is out on him. You know, based on the fact that he's going to drive, they know which way he's going to drive. They know to cut it off. Make him force it to his, I think it's his right or something like that. And every time, they know what he's going to do. Ingram, like I said, Ingram's biggest problem is, and I don't have no problem going to the paint, but he got to finish much better around that rim. And if teams are watching, they know that you do the same thing over and over again. You got to know when to pick and choose your spots. You know, you don't have to always go to the rack. Sometimes you can take the jumper, but I don't think he has confidence in his jump shots yet. You know, once in a while you might take a jump or something like that, but 9 times out of 10, he's not really comfortable with it, because if he was, he would take some of them. Now, Luke Walton going into the fourth quarter, was the fourth quarter? No, overtime. We had a timeout, we had a foul to give. And Luke Walton on the sideline, you hear Mark Jackson saying, man, you got a foul to give, you got a foul to give. You heard Mark Jackson say it all through the thing. You got a foul to give. Instead, the Lakers sitting there, not fouling. Luke Walton ain't calling and say, hey, foul him. Ain't nobody say nothing. Then all of a sudden they figured out, you know, with like 9 seconds on the clock, then they finally fouled him. But it was too late now. You know, you ran all that time off, and it came to that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it shouldn't even came to that. And what I mean by that, because when the Lakers put their second unit in, and their second unit went up by 10 points, and keep it in mind, at this time they went up by 10 points. Jordan Clarkson, Kuzma, and Randall was hot. They came in off the bench, got quick points, put them up by 10. So then they bring the first unit back in. First unit was a dud. They didn't do freaking nothing. You know, all of a sudden, New York went on a 13-2 run. Came back, took the lead, and all that. Lonzo kind of like carried that team like the last couple minutes in the third quarter. Well, like around like 6-7 minutes in the third quarter, something like that. I forgot what time it was, but he basically took over with the slam, the 3, the layup. He was killing. That's when Luke took him out. Now, he took him out, and I might think it probably because of the limp or whatever it was, but he took him out. Didn't see him again until like the 4th, or something like that. So I'm saying to myself, like, Luke should have been called a timeout. When New York went on that run, when you in somebody's hostile home, you don't sit there and let them constantly beat on you. You know what I'm saying? You don't let them sit there and constantly beat on you. you call a timeout. And then you try to figure out a strategy, a defensive strategy in order to stop them. There was no defense during that whole sequence. You know, every time we scored, New York would go down and score. Porzingis would have his way, do whatever he wanted. And they had no answer for him, so they had to figure out something. And they couldn't figure out anything. Instead, they kept letting them do what they want. So, like I said, it never came down to us losing that lead like that. Brandon Ingram, during that sequence, ain't do crap, turned the ball over. And like I said, this is my problem with Luke Walton with that favoritism bull crap. If that was Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, even Kuzma, even Lonzo, he did it to Lonzo too. If it was one of those guys, he'd have set him down. Brook Lopez. But they got this special gift for Brandon Ingram, like, this guy could do wrong all day, and they will not sit him down, man. And that's crucial to the team going in the future, because I feel like this, if you're not productive and you're having a bad night, you got to sit the person down. 2 for what, 14 or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you had Jordan Clarkson on the bench, and the points we were missing from Jordan Clarkson, you know what I mean? We didn't get it from Brandon Ingram. So Brandon Ingram could have just sat on the bench, and they could have brought Jordan Clarkson in. And him and KCP could have ran the backcourt. And KCP shooting 14 threes? What, he was like 4 for 14 or 2 for 14? That's too many. That's why I say the difference between JC and KCP is JC will at least go to the rack. But this dude sit behind the three-point and just shoot. And that's not, you know what I mean? That's cool that he hits him once in a while, but he's not, I told you guys, he's not consistent. Take 14 threes and only hit 4 or 2 of them. That's ridiculous, man. And then, like I said, and then on top of that, when we had a chance to go 2 for 1, they shoot a 3 instead of just going to the rack. Draw a foul, go get a quick point, and then foul him or whatever, or D him up, and then come back and try to score another bucket. Instead, we sit behind the arc shooting threes all day. That's stupid, man. That's freaking stupid. You know, Brook Lopez couldn't keep up with Porzingis. I mean, not Porzingis, Cantier. And then also when they switched over on Porzingis, Brook Lopez played him good a couple times where he really got up on him. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, you know, get in his face with pressure on him, but then he went away from it because of the switching. You know what I mean? That quick switching, you know, that liability switching. I freaking hate that switching. That quick switching is terrible, man. Every time you turn around, you see somebody, when the guards come down, as soon as they don't fight through the pick and roll, they don't fight through the screens and all that. They just roll off and play the teammate's defender, which is 3 or 4 or 5 inches taller than them. And they know first thing they do is they take it right down to the post, easy layups, all day. You kept seeing Jordan Clarkson or Lonzo Ball or somebody on a center or a power forward. It's ridiculous, man. You know, and like I said, at the end of the day, that goes on Luke Walton. That was a bad coaching decision on Luke Walton. And I'm hoping that he got to break this trend, man. Seriously, dude, you gotta look at your matchups and start saying something about and start trying to fix your matchups. You're not fixing your matchups. You're doing whatever you just kind of running, like I said, NBA 2K. You got to stop doing that. You did good the last 2 games. This game right here, we should have won this game. There's no excuse for that, man. There's no excuse to that. And the point is that we got to start showing these teams that we are willing to win. Like I said, because we got a good squad. And I keep telling people that we don't have a bad squad. I just think I'm going to say poorly coached, but Luke Walton is just like the rest of the players. He's young, he's inexperienced, and he's still learning. But I think at the end of the day is that we got to, I don't know, man, we got to put some strings of wins together, man. Like we did get 2. I was hoping we got this one. Because we got this one, that would have been pretty good for us. Because now we play the Cavaliers, and them boys are hot. So, and we had their home too, another hostile environment. Oh my God, I hope we don't get blown out. If we at least stay in the game, I don't even care if we lose, but if we at least stay in the game and give them the best that we can give them, I'm with that. But if you get blown out, then we gotta look at some scenarios, man, seriously. You know, I know it's still early and this and that, but like I said, we have a chance to make the playoff. The West ain't as strong as they used to be. You know, even the East ain't that strong. I mean, everybody jumping on one team now, so you have a chance to make the playoff. But it's all about if we got the motivation and being encouraged to do it. But this is another game that we lost. We should have won. Like I said, bad matchups, rotation, quick switching, turnovers as always. Free throws wasn't that bad. I think we shot like 70-something%. Still could have did better. So, you know, a couple shots missed through crucial moments. I don't like when I don't know why, man. I just don't like when Lonzo was with that starting 5. I just don't like it, man. I mean, like I said, you got 2 ISO players with KC and Brandon Ingram. And both of these guys, and I'm not saying that they play selfish, but they play a lot of ISO plays. And a lot of times when they pass, they get caught up. They make bad passes, bad decisions, you know, when they come to passing, because they're used to shooting. That's what happens when you shoot more than you pass. You're not used to making certain passes. And you know what I mean? But you know, like I said, this came down to Luke Walton, bad coaching, and leaving Brandon Ingram going 2 for 14 or 2 for something in the whole game. You know what I mean? There was no reason for him to leave him in there. He didn't give us nothing. And like I said, if he wasn't doing them, you should sit him down and let somebody else come in there, let somebody else get that minutes. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. It's your man, Urban Love, about to get this workout in. So I get home and take me a shower and get ready for that game in Cleveland. I love you guys. Have a blessed one. You'll definitely get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. I know it's frustrating because we lost. We should have won this game. But it is what it is, man. You know, we still living with the growing pains of a young team with a young coach. Matter of fact, a young vice president of basketball operation with Magic Johnson and Pelinka. So all of them are young. All of them young, all of them inexperienced. They all learning. Players are probably older than actually the coaches and the president and all of them, vice president. But it is what it is, man. You know, hopefully we can turn it around, man. But we got to do something. And like I said, I hope we do at least play pretty decent against Cleveland. Not saying we got to beat them. I would love for us to beat them. But if we at least stay in the game and don't lose by much, I'm with it. I'm happy. I'm excited. Anyway, I was hoping that I was going to make a parody. I was hyped about it. You know, I had something good for you guys. Can't do it if we lose, you know what I'm saying? You can't be hyped if you lose. So we lost to the Knicks. Oh, boy. Porzingis, boy. Porzingis is freaking ridiculous, man. That dude couldn't. We had no answer for that dude, man. Luke Walton should have got the water boy. Matter of fact, I'm working on right now. I'm trying to get with Ball, you know, LeVar Ball, when he started on basketball team, you know what I mean? Big ball of basketball. I'm ready for him, you know what I mean? I'll pay power for it. I'm only 4'8", but it's all good, man, because I'll grab people in the, grab them in a biscuit, you know, like Donald Trump said. Anyway, y'all have a blessed one. Take care. I'm out.